Right. Let's do this. All around me, silly messed up faces, frantic paces, bright and early for their daily doses. It's hypnosis, chemical mesmerizing. Our tears are for the frightened masses. COVID passes, divided masses. Hide my head, I wanna drown my sorrow. More rules tomorrow, more rules tomorrow. And I find it kind of funny, I find it kind of sad. Dreams of the world still normal are the best I've ever had. When people trust false science and do something very bad, like handing over freedom, it's a very, very masked world. Masked world. Start controlling your world. Masked world.
Welcome to Patrick Roberts, our new timeline.
You're gonna have to let me in.
What? You're in.
Hello.
What did you say? Cammy. What did you say? Hello?
I can't hear Patrick.
Let's see. What do we got going here? What's up, Cammy? You can't hear me?
Can't
I can hear you.
you.
You better do something. Go back out and come back in.
Leave and come back.
Hey, everybody. Welcome. How's it going? I am coming to you live from the car. This is my third night. I'm about to make dinner. You catch me? Yeah. Welcome BLB and Cammy is gonna try to come back in. Anybody's welcome tonight to come on. Welcome Mental Pancakes.
Hey, Cammy. I still can't hear you.
Oh. She cannot hear me.
That is strange.
I'm
gonna try restarting the phone.
Yeah, do that. Okay, so while Cammy's trying to work out the bugs, we shall talk welcome Mental Pancakes. And so tonight, like I said, this is my third night in the vehicle. This is different, I'll tell you that. You deal with an awful lot of people, and just rude. People are just rude, I'm telling you. Oh, there's some stories, but I don't know. I don't want to get into. I don't want to get into kind of, blabbing about some stupidity that people do. But surprisingly, I have not been bothered really by any just what I mean by people being dicks and shit is like it's like nobody's concern or nobody's like why do people come up to you and say why are you like I put the sun visor up and stuff so I can get some privacy and stuff. And they say, well, you can't be in this parking lot every night, and I'm like, well, what is it to you? I mean, do you own this parking lot or something? And it's just regular people. And then this guy here, this Cammy, can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Yeah, right. This guy here who's just blowing the parking lot, basically, he's just blowing shit up in the air, and it's just like everywhere now. Anyways, this guy just a complete dick. He gets as close as he can to my fucking car and buzzes right by like 3 times so far. Just like, what are you doing? Anyways, just get on my nerves. Some people. But so anyways, how you doing, Cammy?
I'm hanging in there.
Yeah.
Making dinner.
Hey, Jenny and Margot, welcome. Jenny and Margot, hi kids, much love and prayers to you and yours, everyone. Yeah, prayers to you too. Um, trying to think. I'm just like, I bought this thing for my phone. It's a like a battery charger thing. It's a pocket juice for my phone. Because you're not gonna believe this. My freaking cigarette lighter blew out, and it's not just my cigarette lighter. They're all blowing, all of them. So I went through the fuses. I cannot find a fuse that goes. So I'm in the midst of checking all the fuses, which I have. So I think I've probably got maybe, I don't know, 10 fuses left that they're up underneath the glove box, and they're so hard to get. Like my head is like cranked all the way to the side. My head's like literally in the floorboard, and I'm trying to, with a little flashlight, trying to get in there to get these fuses out. It's, oh my god. Anyways, I bought this pocket charger. Not that it
You need
matters
my
because
headlight toque.
I, huh?
You need my headlight toque. It's a toque
Yeah,
that
I
has
need.
a whole bunch of headlights on it so that you can see things while you're working on them. As long as you point your head
Yeah,
in the right direction, it'll make it light up like a Christmas tree, except for
yeah.
all white.
So, anyways, it comes with a small cord, right? Well, before I was going live, I thought the cord was in the box still. It's gone. I don't know where the hell the cord went. But I don't really need it because I have the phone charger. So, and I can plug the phone. I can use the charger for the phone to plug in. It'll work. So, anyways, not a big deal. Just I'm losing my mind. I'm just losing my mind. Um, what else? I mean, this has been. I've only been out here 3 days, and this has been a real experience. I'm looking for a place. I'm either looking for uh, just a room, or I'm looking for a place to pitch a tent. And nobody will. I mean, they want $35. Some campgrounds 30, some campgrounds 35, just to pitch a tent for one night. And I'm like, wow, that's crazy. So I'm trying to find some like open land, uh, where I can just like, be by myself out in the woods. It's like, how do you know what's private land? How do you know what's government land? So I'm in the midst of trying to find information on all that, which I probably should have did all that before, I had a whole month to get ready. But creating a homestead in Colorado. Welcome, Chloe. Welcome, Skyness. Welcome. Um, I'm doing good. Trying to think what else. There's something else that was going on. So much stuff going on. I'm like trying to figure out. I'm trying to. Oh, Cammy, look what I got. You see this? Can you see it? You know what this is? Looks like you can. Can you see it? Oh, now I can't hear you. You're muted.
Oh, I'm muted. I'm blind and I can't see.
Oh, you can't see it?
No, it's screen too small.
Here. It probably won't matter whether it's
Even
in
if
the
you pull it
packaging
out,
or
the
not.
screen will still be too small because I'm blind and I can't see. What is it?
I can hold it like this, Da, 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 da.
What is it?
It's a potty. It's a potty thing. They sell these potty things, right? At Flea Farm. Hold on. Jeez. So anyways, you buy this and it comes you buy it separately, a little it looks like a spout, but it's for women. It's like $5 extra, but I don't need it.
I've seen those for camping so you can stand up and breathe.
Yeah, it's like it was $10, which I thought was pretty reasonable for a place for a thing, to go to the bathroom. And Chloe got it right away. Portable urinal, yeah. It's pretty nifty, eh? Um Perpel, I don't know. Perpile. Sorry. Welcome. I thought someone offered you to stay on their property. Oh my God, that's in Oklahoma. I'm not going to Oklahoma. I think it was in Oklahoma. I'm in Wisconsin. Portable. Yeah. Yeah, so yeah, I'm not going to drive to Oklahoma just to stay on somebody's land. But I mean, it's nice. It was a nice offer. I think who did offer that? Who did offer that? I think that was Bit of Venom. Do you remember that, Cammy?
I remember somebody saying something, but I don't remember where it was.
I'm pretty sure it was Bit of Venom, and it was in Oklahoma.
I know Sharky's offered, and I think maybe Joe was offered too to come stay.
Yeah, and Sharky lives in Arkansas.
No, Sharky for sure.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but I don't want to. I mean, yeah, I mean, it's not bad if I was to go there and stay maybe a week, something like that. But I, and that's if I was to travel, which I after owning this car, it's a decent car for the price I paid for it, no doubt. But I don't think I would chance this car going to Arkansas or Oklahoma. Um, it might make it there. I don't know if it would make it back. I don't know. I went to Stevens Point today to take my Wi-Fi boxes back, the modems and stuff. Um, and I'm trying to think. It's about 30 minutes to point, 20 to 30 minutes to point. And when I was on the highway going about 70 miles an hour, it was kind of pulling to the right and shaking a little bit. So I don't
Need a
know
wheel alignment.
what's that.
You need a wheel alignment.
Is that what that is?
The first thing
What
I
is?
guess. If it's pulling to the right, then that means that you need a wheel alignment. And that would cause a shake because that would mean one tire is trying to turn slightly to the right and the other one is straight. And so you're getting a vibrational. I'm actually a
Mm,
mechanic, so I
yeah, I was
get over
kind of
into
worried.
some things and listen in a little bit.
Yeah, I was a little worried that it might be something a little bit more
That would be
serious
where
with
I
the
check, and that's like a really easy fix. If so,
yeah.
it's going to cost still a little bit, but a lot of places will do a wheel alignment for, well, around here, there's deals for, well, there used to be for $50, but now there's inflation, so I'm sure it's higher. But you're
Yeah.
American, so you still might find it for around that 59, 79, something like that. But I'd look around, shop around, get your best value.
So so how would they, what did they do? Do they take it for a ride to see if that's what it is, or is there something
Well,
that
usually
they
what
can
they do, they put it up on the little mechanics lift and they spin the tires, and then they have an aligner that'll be able to fix it if it's off. They'll see it off if it's doing
mm,
that. If it,
no
they
that
can tell, they might
it's not,
take it for a drive, but if so, then usually
it's not a bald tire. All the tires are good.
well, it's
All
not
the
about
tire
bad tires. It's just about getting the alignment on. If they put the
no
tire on and
I'm
they didn't
just
put it on right, it's wobble,
yeah, I'm just answering the
and you'll wear your tire out funny.
yeah, creating a homestead said that it might be a bald tire, but that's what I meant. The tires are good, and I when I got the oil change, they pumped all the tires up to the correct air, so I know it's not any of that. It shouldn't shake from being out of alignment. It will pull to one side. Okay, Patrick, I don't know what they do, but what I do to tell is while I'm driving, and of course, I'll be driving fast. I let both of my hands off the. Yeah, I did that. Real fast and see if it goes straight or yeah. And it when I'm driving in town, going about 30 or 40 miles, 50 miles an hour, it drives straight. It without going, without pulling. But when I'm on the highway, I'll let go of the wheel and it pulls to the right a little bit.
Has
If
your
I wouldn't
highway
take the
got a weird
wheel,
groove in it?
huh?
Has your highway got a weird groove in it to let the water flow off?
Well, I mean, it's not the only, I mean, it's the highway and another highway. There's different highways I'm on. It's not just one highway. And yeah, I don't know about the one. I don't think so. I didn't mean drive fast. I mean, I do not drive. Repeat, do not. It's easy. You can do an alignment in your own driveway with two adjustable wrenches. It shakes when the wheels are out of balance. You know what? I was just thinking, duh. It probably does that because the right the right side when they hit the deer smashed all that crap in there. So maybe that's what, it messed something up in there. Not real bad to where it's like not drivable, but
Oh, it might have
just
bent your axle too.
if it had a bent axle,
Depends on how much.
would would it be wouldn't they would wouldn't it have to be um reported as totaled if the axle was bent? I think you would have to report it as totaled,
If it
and
had a noticeable
then
bend
it's
and it was reported, but if it didn't report it, it did the person you buy it
well, if
from.
they don't
That's
report
it.
it, then they don't get their insurance money. You right? You know what I'm
No,
saying?
they got car
So
selling money.
what?
Instead, they got car selling money. They sold the car. Probably bought
No, what I'm saying is if somebody gets in the accident and they have to report it, right? So and
Well,
if the
and people
acts
who follow the law report it, but people who don't follow the law, if you hit a deer, if you're in the middle of nowhere, who saw you hit the deer? If your car is drivable, some people drive away and don't report it. That's what I'm saying.
well, if your car's just messed up, you would want to report it or you're not going to get paid. The insurance company is going to pay you for the damages, even if you hit a
Sometimes.
deer. That's what I'm saying.
But what
Okay.
I'm saying is they got more money by selling it to you than they did for what insurance would pay out. As you said, it's not a new car. So insurance don't pay out that much
hmm
because they pay out the used value price.
Oh, I don't know about that. I got rear-ended and there wasn't very much damage, and this was years ago, but they sent me a check for almost 2 grand for the damages to my truck. So, and this was a lot of damage, I would say.
But was your truck newer at that time point than this car is now?
Well,
How old
no,
is this car?
the truck was a 2004, I believe.
And when did you crash it?
Well, I didn't crash it. Just somebody ran in my ass.
Right. And
Uh,
when did you have the crash? What year? I'm not blaming who
uh,
had the crash. I'm
29.
blaming it was
I
wrecked.
don't know. 2019, 2020,
And so, how old is this car?
2007.
This car is substantially older now than that is then, so it would be valued at less. I know when my ex wrecked his, and he had a totally bent axle where it wobbled, leaving in slow. And they only gave him $400. And he had a 1977 Firebird with a 400 engine
Hmm.
because it was considered old and used. And that was only a 20-year-old car, 22, 23.
hmm
So it goes down in value pretty quick if they can get away with it. They go by whatever the Kelly Blue Book would sell it for.
I'm gonna go back here. Let's see. So you can do it. Okay, let's see. It shakes when the wheels are out of balance. The highways are built to pull to the right. It's not an alignment issue. It's a military that way for safety.
That's why I was asking you if your roads were curved because ours they don't always pull to the right, but they're shaped so the rain will fall off of it so that they don't pool. Because otherwise you get a lot of
You
hydroplaning.
know, it's not. That's what I was thinking. It sounds more like a ball joint. because there is like a little whenever I go over a bump,
Oil.
there's like a rattle.
Oil. Sorry, I'm making a stir fry, so
Oh, that sounds good. You'd have to get a new axle. A weight might have came off or fell off. You'd probably know if it were the axle. Norways. If the frame is bent, then it would be a salvage, but not just an accident. That's what I was thinking. If it's a salvage, then they have to do paperwork and everything to get a salvage title, and that they could still sell it, but at least it would say salvage on the title. That's what I was getting at, and so I would
the thing
know,
was only if they reported the accident.
yeah.
Not everybody,
Um,
not even everybody drives with insurance.
right. Yeah, oh, by the way, I got insurance the other day. The cheapest was through the general, right? And I just about blew my mind. They're like a 100 oh wait, it was $120 down, and I have to pay $132 a month. What?
Yeah.
For liability? I'm like, that's crazy. The last time I paid insurance on my vehicle, I think I was paying about 45 or $50 a month. So I guess that's what you get with two speeding tickets 2 years ago. Remember, I got them speeding tickets 2 years ago, both in the same month.
You've been a bad boy. And I didn't remember that, but I'll take your word on it. Would admit to that if they didn't do it.
Well, I mean, that's the only thing that's on my driving record is them two speeding tickets.
And nothing on
And
mine because I don't have driving records.
that's what that's why the guy said it was so expensive. What did you say
But I
about
don't have
driving
one.
record?
I have nothing on my driving record because I don't have a driving record.
Oh.
Never driven. So mine's clean. But it's also a newbie one, so it's probably expensive as all sin.
I'm a mechanic and have a repair shop for collisions.
Ooh, he'd be a good person to ask.
Yeah, Patrick, it's just the balance. If your tire pressure is good and you don't have any lumps or anything, you should check to see if like there's a lug nut missing or loose, or maybe weight came off. What do you mean a weight? A weight came off. A weight from where? What's a weight? Do you know, Cammy?
No,
What?
not enough detail to be able to explain. I know it's there, but could I explain why or how or where you'd find it? No. That's why I said that guy would be a really good person to ask. Because I know enough to know to take it in and get them to look at it and that it's probably an easy fix.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, the 130 included roadside assistance. I forgot about that, but they said the roadside assistance was only $10. That's like towing and stuff like that.
The ginger. Sorry,
Does it bounce?
still
Does it?
prepping dinner.
Hmm, does it bounce when you go over bumps and humps? It don't bounce at all. It goes boom. No, there's shocks in the back. I push down on the trunk, and I can feel a little bit, but when I go over a bump, I hear like a rattle. I forgot. I thought I asked him about it when I bought the vehicle. I'm trying to think what he said it was.
Oh,
I don't
that's
remember.
puppy.
What?
My roommate's talking.
Oh, okay. That's if you don't let them prorate it as KBB. A rattle or tapping or clicking is ball joints and or shock struts. Huh. I wonder if that would. Hmm. It would say salvage on the title. Yeah. And your coverage, and your coverages are important. The title of companies also plays into things. Oh, the tier. Let's see. The insurance company totaled my truck, even though it wasn't totaled. Nothing on the title. Well, they're only going to put that on the title if you plan on reselling it. They have to put it totaled on it, salvage on the title, so the people who buy it next know that it's a salvage car. Some here, I've never gotten a driver's license. Oh wow. Jenny said same here. I've never gotten a driver's license. I got my driver's license as soon as I was 16. I couldn't wait. I could not wait to get my license.
I didn't have an urge to take everybody else's life into my hands. Boy. Yes.
That's what pays not to have any accidents, but it also depends on what kind of vehicle you're driving. I mean, tickets, my bad. But Mr. Mechanic says ball joint or strut. Mr. Mechanic. Yeah, no, I believe, I believe he's right because I that was kind of my feeling too, but I wasn't sure. I didn't know what to call it. I knew it was like I I'm not a mechanic, that's for sure. I can change the oil, I can change the tire, and I can change the alternator. But these newer cars with with the computers and shit, I can't. I don't know. Everything, it's all computer shit. Even transmission fluid. I can't even check my transmission fluid. I have to go in to have them check it because it's underneath the hood, or I mean, underneath the engine, I guess, which is weird. That's weird that you can't check your own transmission. If you didn't have shocks, it would be a bouncy ride. No, it's a bouncy ride if you got shocks. If you don't have shocks, it's just a rough ride. Boom, boom. It would go boom. Um,
Yeah. Fine.
post comment.
Yeah.
But besides the car, I mean the car's doing good. I mean, I'm happy with it. I just wish there was more room. Oh yeah, remember I said I was gonna sleep that the back seat folds down, and
Uh,
I was planning on putting the bottom half in the bottom half of my body in the trunk, and my top half would be laying on the back seat, right?
uh.
Well, I got everything all comfy so it wasn't so hard to lay on, because when you put the back seat down, it's like this hard plastic that they had on there, and it wasn't flat. It was like with grooves in it. So I got it all comfortable, and I got in, and I couldn't get my body to, there's not enough room for me to turn my body around to get it underneath the, in this, I don't know, the whole, it's probably about, it's probably about 4 feet of hole, you know. And I just couldn't get my body, my knees wouldn't go to my chest to get in the damn thing.
Well, of
So
course, your knees
so
aren't going to go to your chest anymore, Pat.
I know. Well, I didn't think it was gonna have to come to that, but I tried. I
I can't
tried.
get my knees to my chest anymore either.
I couldn't even get
I have
my
this thing
head
called a
down.
gut, and it gets in the way.
I couldn't even get, because once you lay that down on top of the back seat, then you're sitting even higher. So when I tried to get in, I had to, my head was hitting the ceiling. So I couldn't, so I was trying to come in backwards. I couldn't come in feet first because there's no freaking way I could do that. I would literally have to support the weight of my whole body to lift it up to get into the, anyways, it didn't work. So what I'm doing is I lay this seat, my driver's seat, all the way down. Listen, I didn't try to sleep in that side. I'll do that tonight. I didn't even think of it. I don't know why I stayed on this side. There's a lot more room on that side. Well, anyways, I put the seat all the way back, and I put stuff to make over the drive, the shifter. I put stuff over that so it would be like a flat even, and then I put my legs over that to get, so now I'm in the passenger side, right? My feet are, and they're propped up, but the only problem that I have is the fucking console is digging into my hip. But tonight I'm gonna sleep on the other side, and that was my plan originally. I don't know why I kept to this side. I don't know. I wasn't thinking, but there's a lot more room on that side, so I'm gonna do that side tonight. Welcome, RT.
They have the rice and boiling water.
What else has been going on? I've been spending a lot of time in Walmart walking around. I wish they had more stores here. But tonight tonight uh I'm going to start going through and writing down the Bible changes and stuff like that, the Mandela effect Bible changes. And I'm going to start talking to people in a few days as soon as I get the Bible changes all written down, so I can go through certain Bible changes. And I'm going to start going to the churches and talking to their pastors or whatnot, and explain the Mandela effect to them and ask them, you know, we've been going through this with a couple people, and the couple people that I've already talked to, they're saying that it's always said the lamb, or the wolf will lay with the lamb, that it's always been that way, which is crazy. Check tire pressure and balance first, then alignment, then shocks. Well, tire pressure is good. I know that, but I'll have to take it in to do the alignment because I'm not. I don't know. I have no idea how to do that. What would make a belt squeak? The guy at the oil change thing, I had him look at the belt. He said it was fine. He said it was in good shape. But it's squeaking sometimes. I don't know why. I thought it was because when it rained, the water got in there.
Fan belt?
No, the alternate or the um I don't know. I don't know what belt. How many belts is there? Alternator belt and there's alternator belt, right? Isn't there a timing belt? Timing belt, alternator, and what did you say?
Fan belt?
Fan belt?
Hmm. Would be the one that cools your car.
Yeah, the temperature's fine. There's nothing wrong with the temperature
No, oh,
gauge.
I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that. If that belt is squeaking, though, I know how to fix it.
Tighten it.
What a bar is that
Would
soap and run it
would
on?
that mean would that mean it's too loose if it's squeaking? So then you just tighten it? Is that what you're saying?
It's just got a slight
Huh.
slip to it, and that's why it's squeaking.
There's a slip to it, you said?
It's slipping slightly, but not much. That's why it's squeaking. But a wet zest bar of soap, and while the engine is running, you just let the bar of soap run across the belt, and it'll stop squeaking.
Oh, interesting. I never heard that one before. When the fan belt gets worn, they will squeak due to being worn out. Well, I don't think it's worn out because I think the guy would have told me.
Oh yeah, they would have tried to upsell you right away.
Right. Yeah, they tried to
That's
sell me
how
on everything else.
that's how automotive mechanics, the GM dealership, used to fix the squeak in the fan belt.
Yeah, he tried to sell me an air filter. He tried to sell me a flush, coolant flush, and oh the a different oil, a different oil that's like supposed to be better, which was like $25 more, and I'm like, no, no. Oh boy. At work, random channel surfing, having lunch. Hey, Valent, and saving the world. Bull poop? Bull poop? Bullshit. Rain. Oh, don't get me singing, because if I start singing, you're all going to leave me. Lucy. Mine squeaks when it rains. What else squeaks, Chloe? Watching from Los Alamos National Laboratory Production Facility. Thank you for your hospitality. Thank you for your hospitality. Sounds like he tried to sell you the easy stuff to fix. Yeah. I'm surprised. I'm really surprised that because they said they don't do alt or that they don't do transmission. They don't do transmission fluid flushes or whatever anymore. But I was surprised that, well, I did ask him to check the transmission fluid, and he said it was low, and he added a quart without even charging me for it, which was surprisingly. So on the way out, I tipped him $5. But I thought that was pretty cool that he did that without, me. He could have just said you're quart low. Um, you'll have to go get yourself a quart and put it in there. Usually when it squeaks, yes, it's because the belt is too loose, but it could be too loose because it's getting worn out. Yeah, but I asked him and he said the belt was fine. I guess I'll have to take a look at it. It's kind of hard to tell when it's running. When you look at it, how the hell do you tell? I mean, I look for cracks, right? You should be able to see cracks in it, right? If it's worn out. Anyways, let's get off the car stuff. Um, I have not had weed in 3 days. I'm doing good. Maybe that's why I'm losing my freaking mind. Liked and subscribed. Well, thank you, Valent. I put the link out there if anybody else wants to join us. Somebody go wake Sharky up. Oh,
Sorry, I had to go stir my
Sharky.
dinner.
What's
I can
that?
still hear you. I said, sorry, I had to go away from the phone for a second, stir my dinner.
Oh, okay. No problem. Uh, can you wake Sharky up, Cammy?
I can, but if I do, I'm gonna have to not be looking at you for a
No,
second.
I don't know. I hope he's okay because I text him. Usually he answers back, within a reasonable time, and he hasn't texted me back. So I hope everything's okay. He's got me a little worried. Hey, boy, it's so early. How's Trev? I don't know. He hasn't been on in a while. Yeah, I don't know. I text him too to see if everything's all right with him, and he hasn't answered me. I'm thinking, doesn't anybody want? Is there something wrong with my phone or what? Because nobody's texting me back. Good morning, Mary and everyone. C. Valent says we are currently working on using highly pressurized mercury.
I just sent him a text. If
Accelerated.
he answers me.
Say
Or
what?
shows up here. I just shot him a text, but that's all I can do.
Oh, I was joking.
I just shot him a text.
Okay, cool. You're talking about Sharky?
Hmm?
Produce a plasma that creates a field anti-gravity. Have a blessed night. Thank you, Valiant. That's so weird that he says that. I've been saying that all day to people. Have a blessed day, not night, but have a blessed day. That's my new thing. Have a blessed day. I don't. Hmm. I'm so wanting to do a campfire soon tomorrow's Friday. I'm hoping to be, at least pitching a tent somewhere soon here. Prices are skyrocketing. Holy crap. I went in the gas station and they sell hard boiled eggs in there. And I'm not buying them because for 2 eggs, get this, they're asking $2.29 for 2 eggs. And I'm like, freaking A, over $1 an egg? I mean, I believe in making money, but come on, that's like
That's a
raping a
lot.
person.
hmm Yeah. Different if they're serving them cooked.
You have to realize that sometimes God's blessings with purpose. You must learn to just accept them. What do you mean blessing with purpose? You mean blessing with something with what? I haven't had weed in like 2 weeks. God's blessings with purpose. Does that mean, I don't know. What does that mean? Oh, I'm happy. I'm happy with I don't really miss it. The only thing I miss is being all calm and sedated, really. You know, because weed really mellows you out. And I've been like on I don't know, like high, like not high, but I've been on a high energy type. I mean, I've been doing a lot of walking. I'll tell you that. I'm a little sad about not having it, but I mean, it's not something that plays in my head constantly or anything like that by no means. I didn't even think of, yeah, right. I didn't even think about the weed until I got on here because most of the time I would smoke it before even coming on because it mellows me out and takes I don't know why, but I still I still get like my nerves still get to me when I'm doing live streams. I don't know why that is. I've been doing them long enough. Guess it would be nice to be able to rest better and relax sometimes. Yeah. I I don't think I'd want to do it being out here anyways cuz I want to be alert. I want my full conscious. But if I was in a house where I know that after smoking it, I could just go to bed or whatever right away, then it's not so bad because you can kind of just chill. But there's so much going on out here that you never know who you're going to deal with and who. Just because I stand around looking like I ain't got nothing to do, it's a radar for people to come up and talk to me. When I'm just wasting time waiting for my phone to charge because every time I go to charge my phone, I have to do it at either the laundromat is the only place I can go to charge my phone where it's free. And so people give me a weird look when I'm just sitting there charging my phone and I don't have any laundry. But it takes from 30% from my battery being 30% to charge it up to 100% takes over 2 hours to do.
You need a better phone or a better charging cord.
That's what I was thinking. It's probably my phone, I guess. I was just thinking that tonight. Why does it take so long to charge? So, my phone's 2 years old. You know, my contract is up. I can go get a new phone anytime, but I don't want to. I don't want to stay with U.S. Cellular. I want to go off and not a contract type thing. But I want to wait. Right now, I guess would be a perfect time to do it because Walmart is having a sale on, or they're giving away free phones. AT&T and I don't know. I want to say Verizon or something like that. Uh, the phones are free, but I don't. I'm afraid to do it because I'm afraid that I won't be able to get into my PayPal, or I won't be able to get into my banking, or you know uh even though,
Are you on an Android?
yeah.
Upload your crap to the Google, all of it,
Well,
the
wait,
cloud,
hold on.
save all your passwords, and then re-download everything to the new phone. Your Google will automatically, once you sign into your Google account, it should be able to automatically transfer it all back. All your contacts.
Well, I
Yeah.
know everything's under my email, right? The Google email, right? Is that what you mean?
Kind of, you
It's
have to actually perform and upload to, there should be a section in
Oh,
your
and then,
phone that lets you
but
upload and back up
that's what
your
I mean
phone
is
to the
there's
cloud. It'll ask you if you want to have a backup of your phone to the cloud or to Google, whatever storage, and you say yes. And then when you get the new phone, you download everything back to the new phone. It won't give you 100% of everything, but it'll give you about 85, 90%. I'd still go through and make sure you know all your passwords to everything important.
well, see, that's the problem is I don't know if, like, I most of them, yes, I do, but because I write them all down, but there might be a couple, like, I think YouTube is connected to my email. So, and I know PayPal's connected to my email, and Rumble, Odyssey, um
As long as you know where to get to it to send for a new password, if you can't remember it, you send it to your email, it'll let you. It'll be fine.
yeah. It's probably just me being afraid to, because I hate to do new stuff because it's always trying to figure it out, and
Getting the new
I hate,
technology sucks. I've been putting off getting a new phone because I don't want to support any of that shit.
yeah, that's the other thing is I don't like, I don't like new, new shit, to have to spend hours trying to get everything set back up to where I already have it. I've got everything. I know how this phone works. You know, I'm thinking I'm just gonna use this fucking phone until it wears out, but it's already wearing out because the charging system is like, and that's probably it right there, which I didn't think.
I'd
That
reset the
connect
damn thing
that
first
can
if that doesn't fix it, but that's just me being cheap. And same thing, upload everything to the cloud, factory reset, download everything back. But then you have to take the time to update all of the apps, all the downloads and everything it's done. It has to redo all of those. It takes a pretty long time to get your phone back from one of those, but
Yeah,
that's
I
mostly
have.
the battery issue.
Well, remember I've been having problems with my charging,
You're
the
charging,
charge.
yeah, that's why a new phone for you. That sucks. I hate it because here that means a pretty penny out too, because they don't give away phones here, and they're not cheap. Like I think I paid at least $600 for the one I'm on. And that was a half price sale, so it's a $1,200 phone. They don't give electronics away here. They let us make payments on that crap here, so you don't have to shell out that much all at once. You pay like $15 a month for 2 years.
Hmm. No, I totally understand what you're saying, Chloe. And I understand, God giving me blessings, but with God, with the help, you know, um, God has put people in my life that have helped me, like Kathy and a lot of you that have helped me in the past. And I believe with Kathy, blessing me with the donation like she did, and giving God credit for putting her in my life, that's a blessing in itself. But I believe that I need to pass on them blessings in a way, and $5 is really by no means a big blessing or anything, but he did a kind thing. I know, I could see that as, why give him $5 because God's blessing me with him doing that for me. I understand that, but also I believe that, uh the guy did a nice thing for me. I want to do a nice thing back for him, to show him that I appreciated what he did. That's why I did it. My response was that would hurt me very much. And then the next question to ask was, well, what if someone stopped you from doing those things for the people that you loved? Wait, I better back up more. I guess I thought I read it all. Are you reading what Chloe's writing, Cami? So, or
No,
do I?
I'm serving dinner.
Okay, I'll read it all then.
I will get to the computer and be able to see everything soon.
Yeah, I'll read what she wrote then. What I mean is, it was very nice of you to tip that mechanic guy $5 for filling up your fluids. However, maybe that was God's way of giving you a blessing. And I'm not saying you're wrong in any way for giving him that tip or anything like that, but I know you're trying to be careful with your money, and sometimes God gives us favors such as what the guy did for you. Okay, for instance, I had someone ask me one time why I went to go help a friend, and I told them because I loved that person and cared about them and wanted to make things easier or better for them. And then the next question to ask was, well, what if someone stopped you from doing those things for the people that you loved? My response was that you would hurt me very much. And he said, okay, then, so you're going to have to learn to receive things because what if you're stopping someone from getting a blessing just like you give to other people? From giving one, not getting one. Pat, trust me, I understand the Milo. That's what I like too. Holy crap, yes, you need a better charging cord, one of the fast ones. Yeah, it's not the cord. It's the inside of the phone. That little bitty piece in there is loose. And it's been loose for the last 4 or 5 months. I've been messing around with this, but I'm trying to get it as much as I can out of this phone because I really don't want to switch to another phone. But I know I'm gonna have to soon, but I just been putting it off. I just don't want to mess with it. But yeah, I mean, yeah, I understand, what you're saying. I get it. So did Sharky ever answer you back yet?
No, not yet.
Oh, I hope he's okay. Jeez. I usually he texts back, by now.
Well, maybe he got drunk and went to sleep.
Yeah.
Oh, there he is as we speak.
Aha. All right.
Yes.
Backup cloud. Yeah, I mean, I thought
He
everything
sounds
automatically.
okay.
What's that?
He sounds okay.
Awesome. Good.
He's shredding chicken.
Both of you guys are cooking, I suppose.
I'm eating now.
Okay.
Now you can't see me, but you can hear me. Aw.
Oh, that's okay. I'm actually gonna turn mine off too, so I can save on battery. I'm already down to 57%. I mean, I got this backup battery thing, but I probably have the same thing I had at home. The charging is messed up, so it takes a while to charge. Do you have your password saved actually, like where you can click on your username? The password automatically fills in by itself. Yeah, I do that all the time. And then when I need the freaking password, it pre-fills it in for me because I click, I saved it, and then I'll click it, and it pre-fills it in, and something is wrong. Something is not right because it don't go through. So I never trust them things. But no, I'm pretty sure that I've got all my passwords down. But I'm still afraid that something's gonna mess up. Hello, everyone. Here will help you. How are you gonna help me if I can't get on the damn live stream to get it going? And then I thought, well, I will
Got the
have
new
this
phone
phone,
before you cancel the other phone.
but that's what I was just gonna say. But that's not gonna work because I'm gonna be keeping my number. I'm keeping my phone number. So if I keep my phone number, they're gonna have to shut this phone down, or this phone won't work. I mean, and that's another thing too. I was thinking, do we do most bill, like a cell phone bill, do they bill you a month ahead of time or a
Mine
month?
does.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this month right here, like I already paid the bill. So if I was to go get a phone now, I would be out that whole month, wouldn't I? Like I paid the bill basically for nothing if I am getting the phone tomorrow. If I was to get the phone tomorrow. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
But if I wait and I get the phone on the first of next month when the bill or let's see the third, the phone bill's due on the third. So if I get a phone next month, then they will have already billed me. So would I be able to keep my number if they say I owe them money?
I would
I don't.
have to see how your bill is worded before I know for sure.
Yeah, so I guess I'm gonna have to call them and ask them if they bill me a month ahead. If they're billing me a month ahead, then like this, like I've paid already, so this whole month is basically paid already.
Well, how do they bill
That's
you?
what
Do
I'm
they send you
thinking.
a piece of paper or do they send you an email or
I get a paper bill.
well, go read your last paper bill?
Okay.
It'll tell you what month you're paying for.
Okay. I actually got the bill right here. Haven't even opened it because I just paid it. Oh, this is electric bill. Forget it. Hmm. I thought it was the phone bill. I don't know why I was thinking it was the phone bill. I guess I don't have it. I was singing that like the song Faith nor face. I am not exact some way seriously. All the reasons you listed for why you don't like getting a new phone or exactly the same reasons why I hate getting a new phone as well. That's absolutely insane. I think the most I ever paid for a phone of my life is probably $75. Yeah, my monthly bill for my phone is like $68 or something like that. 68 or $69 a month, which is
Well, that's
I don't know.
my phone bill's only 50 something dollars a month too, but I was talking for the actual phone itself had to make separate payments for on top of that.
Yeah, I bought my phone outright. My phone was like 90 bucks. It was just a cheap Android. Trev just texted me now.
Well, their names were put out into the universe and got answered. That's why
What's
Sharky
that?
answered too. Well, we called their names out into the universe, and so now they're answering.
Hmm. Uh, someone will turn. Uh, someone will turn around and bless her. I completely understand that we should bless people whenever we can, and trust me, I do when I can, but I can't always. Yeah, no, I get that, Chloe. I want to bless a lot of people, but I can't do that. So I totally get that. When I'm unable to bless someone at the moment myself, I stated them, I hope God bless you tenfold. Yeah, I mean, I look for like people that, older people that need help with their groceries or whatever, well, that at least that's what I've been doing for the last 3 days when I'm walking around. Um, or I grab something off the shelf for an older lady that can't reach that high, or something like that. But I mean, them aren't really blessings. But what happened for the oops, what happened for the past couple of days? uh Hold on a second, I gotta write Trev back here. um
Hey, I'll go. I need to finally read the chat now that I'm sitting at my computer. Stuff in my face.
yeah, welcome, Elgo. I
Hi,
guess I
Chloe.
put
She
stay
wasn't there
in
when I
there
first came in
because
either,
it
but
was some. I understand that and knew you would say because you appreciate it. I guess put that story in there because I was someone that never received things. Yeah. Hold on a second, guys. I'm sorry. I'm just writing Trev a message here, so just hang tight with me for a second.
everybody stare at Pat's nose hairs.
Oh, can you hear? Can you see me? I forgot I was on camera.
I'm teasing you. Just pointing out the fact that I can see you now. Whereas I couldn't when I was looking at my little cell phone. Oh, a boy is here. Patrick will be right back to welcome you into the room, boy. He's just texting.
I will sing while I'm typing. There we go. And let's see. Trev's telling me his whole life story, and I'm like, I'm on a live right now. Why don't you come on here and tell us instead of? Oh, he had problems on. I guess he's having problems getting on StreamYard. All right. The Void Patrol and need to connect. Welcome. Welcome, gentlemen. Start your engines.
Yay, company.
I bet you Algol hears that a lot. Start your
I hope so.
engines. What?
I sure hope so. Otherwise, he needs his hearing checked.
I'm really fine. How about you?
Or they've changed race cars
Yeah,
since we
we
last
had
time we've
them
been to the
too before
racetrack.
the rain.
Oh, so excited I don't have to be at work for 9 a.m. tomorrow.
You have to be to work at 9?
No, I've had to for several days in a row now, and I'm happy I don't now. Tomorrow it's a 1 o'clock shift, and I'm like, yay, I get to sleep in. It's like 8 or 9. But I'm lazy. And the cat slept.
Uh-huh. I don't know what he's talking about.
He's talking about chemtrails in the sky. I think we're talking about Roy.
Oh, yeah, I was talking about Trev.
No.
So do you when you're on here now, are you on your phone or are you on a laptop?
Me?
Yeah.
I am on my cell phone.
Okay, next question. When you're on panel and you're on your cell phone, how does your battery go pretty fast or is it like normal? Does it go down normal like if you're
But well,
watching YouTube?
StreamYard sucks the crap out of my battery.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I thought it sucks to mine too. I'm like, man, I can't believe how fast when I'm on a live it drains my battery so fast. So, okay.
But my phone can still charge while I'm hooked up the StreamYard, and it still gets more of a charge than it's losing. So my charger is working good. So I gained about 20% while I've been cooking,
Yeah.
which is how your phone should be reacting. That's why I'm like, that sucks that your charger sucks.
Yeah, I was thinking I was at Fleet Farm today and I've been kind of pricing uh camping equipment like a tent, a sleeping bags and stuff like that. So when I went to, do you know what Fleet Farm is, by the way?
I'm assuming it's like a flea market.
No.
No, then no.
Fleet Farm is like a sporting goods store.
Okay.
They sell fishing equipment. They sell uh anywhere from lumber to paint to uh remodeling your bathroom. I mean, they kind of got it all.
So it's like a hardware / sporting goods store.
Yeah, something like that. And they even sell clothes, boots, um, stuff for animals like dog food and cat food. I mean, they really do. They pretty much got everything except for groceries, which they do sell some groceries like, nuts and candy and stuff like that, jerky. Well, I I thought this was such a awesome deal. I couldn't pass up. $10 for 2 pounds, 2 pounds of not jerky, but they're like sausage. Smoked. They're smoked flavored sausages. Well, I mean, for me being in the car and stuff, this is like a awesome. This is a lot. This is a lot. So it's like this is pure protein, right here.
Yeah.
But right now, if you were to buy, if you're to buy like 12 ounces of this stuff, or not even 12 ounces, probably 6 ounces, you're looking at $6 at least, $5-6, right? If you work in a store,
I do. My store would sell that for about what you paid for it for, but that's because that's what my store does. It specializes in finding and repurposing deals and clearing them out. We're one of the few
I thought
stores.
you work for Dollar General.
Me? No,
Yeah.
we don't have Dollar Generals here. We have dollar stores and Dollaramas, but no Dollar
Uh-huh.
General. But I work for something called Super Up Foods. It's low end clearance grocery store where we buy all sorts of strange items and then warehouse sell them out, but usually at the cheapest price we can. We don't like to make a big markup. Would prefer to clear out and sell everything rather than sell some of it and then have to lose some of it. So we'll buy a whole bunch of cheap stuff, but everybody comes to us because we're the last place they can go to actually eat healthy and survive. Everywhere's jacked through the roof here, and inflation, as much as they'd like to say is 20% here, is way more than that because we stopped buying cauliflower because they wanted us to pay $10 a head for it, which would put it at $15 a head on the shelf. And that is not
What?
a sustainable
Are you
price.
serious? Cauliflower?
So we turned our nose up at it and we'll let it sit on their dock and rot until they want to give us a better deal. Pretty much. We
Wow.
just won't buy it when they try and offer it at too much of a price. And but we get all sorts of stuff in. Like right now, we're clearing out bacon for $2.99 a package.
You know, I was gonna buy a salad today at Walmart, and they're
Oh,
I
they're
asked
taking right now.
what?
Lettuce and salads right now. Anything healthy, they're jacking through the roof.
Yeah. And well, I didn't think it was too bad. It was $3.50 for um just like a basic chicken salad. But some of them were $5-6. So yeah, them were priced pretty high.
Oh, here
But
we'd be happy with a $5 or $6 salad. Even it's gone absolutely crazy. A head of lettuce will cost you $5.
wow.
And
So
that's the cheap price.
so I went to the lady who works behind the counter for the lunch meat and all that, and because that's where the salads were, and I asked her, I said, don't you guys sell the little dressing packets for the salads? And she said, no, I've never seen any for sale around. And I'm like, what? You sell the salad, but no salad dressing? And she goes, no, but if you go to Quick Trip, which is the gas station down the road, she goes, they're giving away them salad packets for free. I'm like, I doubt it. They ain't gonna give them away for free. And but anyways, I'm like, are you like what is that? You're gonna sell these salads? They're already pre-made, but there's no dressing. And sometimes, most of the time, if you're selling them, they sell the little packets. Anyways, so I didn't get a salad because they didn't have the packets. I suppose I could have went to Quick Trip and just bought a couple packets, but let's see. We got Mr. Algorithm. Hey, Algo.
Hey, Patrick.
How you doing?
I'm doing good. Hey, Cammy, how are you?
A little tired, but that's because I've just done 2 5 a.m. wake up days, and one of them I didn't get any sleep for, so that was a pain in the ass.
That'll wears you out. I like the Northern Lights picture.
Well, thank you.
So, Patrick, I just wanted to click in to say hi for just a few minutes and say, how is the mobile life?
I like it. I mean, I like being out and about. It's just uncomfortable in the car. So I can't wait till I find, somewhere to camp but I mean, I like it.
Are you sleeping in the car?
Yeah.
Does the seat recline?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah,
so
it reclines.
A little bit of sleep.
Oh yeah, I mean, last night I think I fell asleep about 2 or 3 in the morning, and I woke up around 9.
Okay. All right. So you're doing fine out there. You're being safe. And do they harass you? Where do you park? Tell me the story.
I mostly park in the Walmart parking lot, and I have not been harassed by Walmart or the police, but some regular pedestrians think they have the right to ask me why I'm here.
I think COVID turned everybody into busybodies.
Yeah.
They want to know what everybody's doing all the time.
I just said, and who are you? And they just look at me like, huh? Like what? Why you ask me who I am?
Yeah, I'm the guy that's supposed to ask you.
Yeah, exactly. They don't really have an answer, and they just walk away.
Oh, good. Well, I hope. I mean, it's going to be a fun adventure.
Mm-hmm.
Keep yourself safe. Do you have like some self-defense stuff?
If you want to be funny, you can just go
right here.
On my cover.
This is my self-defense. No, I have a knife. I have a hammer.
Okay. Yeah, those are self-defense things.
It's in reachable, right underneath the seat.
Got it underneath. Put it in the door. Does the door have a little console thing?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Throw it in the door. Quicker access.
Good idea.
Just in case.
But it's not going to fit in the door.
Oh, damn it.
That's not going to work.
So could you ever imagine that you were going to adventure out in a vehicle and have that be your life for a while?
No, I did not think that I would do something like this.
Nice. Very exciting.
Stupid question for you, Pat.
What's that, Cammy?
Stupid question for you. Yeah. How much is the average tent in your area going for?
Average what?
Tent.
Oh, the cheapest one is about $30.
Oh, well, the cheapest one isn't going to be the one that'll keep you warm, though, during the winters. And
yeah, no, I wouldn't get that one. No, I'm looking for a tent that I have at least 5 feet of stand-up room, and where I can put a queen size or full mattress or full blow-up bed in and everything. So for me to get something like that is roughly about $40 or $50, and they're pretty nice. So I think I can get a nice one for $50.
Yeah, you can. It's just a matter of where you're gonna find to use it.
Yeah.
And when you get it, do not trust the tarp that comes with it, and go buy yourself a better tarp.
A tarp? A tarp for over it or
over
underneath
top
it?
of it, yes. And use its tarp as its underneath tarp.
Oh,
And then you'll be
I always
waterproof. You have one lifted
I'll
up and in and tucked up towards
I
the top, sort of like how an upside down fitted bed sheet would be, and that'll keep the water out if it pools and rains in. And then you have the other one over the top part, a little bit above your tent to keep the rain out from above.
Well, I usually buy a tarp to lay on the bottom. I never thought of buying a tarp to go over the top of it, but yeah, I see what you're talking about.
And then you won't get wet, even if it starts raining in the middle of the night really heavy.
Yeah,
You might float
I
on your
never
air
had a
mattress,
problem
but then
with
you won't.
tents. I never had a problem with the tents leaking. You must
No,
be
but the
around some
storms are
really cheap
much,
tents.
much more virulent now.
You don't get that much
Winds
rain, do
are
you, up there this time of year, Patrick?
No, not really. I mean, we do get some good storms once in a while, but
You get a
Trust
kick-ass
them not
thunderstorm,
to.
but not a lot of rain.
Did you
no.
trust them not to change your weather though?
No, I mean, it can always happen. I'm not ruling that out.
The tarp
Yeah, but
isn't going to cost you all that.
he's not down in like Missouri and Arkansas and Kentucky where it rains every day in the springtime.
No, I'm not
Does it?
talking about that. Doesn't matter about how many times it rains. It only takes once of having it come in and ruin everything he owns to have it be a disaster. Just one time.
No, you're not wrong. I mean, I think everything that's valuable probably leaves in the car.
Hmm.
Which
But
is
it's
Yeah,
going
a
to get
I
so
mean,
much
it
on.
does. It doesn't hurt to
Certain
have
things you
extra
just want to have on
precautions.
you. But a tarp isn't going to cost
Yeah.
you a lot of money. I mean, here I can get a
Holy
good tarp
crap!
for like
Trev got
$7.
in.
If you want them
Hey,
Yeah.
cheaper, you
great
go get a
adventure.
dollar store
Mhm.
shower curtain liner. Works perfectly well as a tarp. It's waterproof.
Yeah. But yeah, no.
Cost $50.
The car life is. Uh, I I like I said, I like being out and about and meeting people, and it
It didn't sound like
it
it from when you said people are approaching me and talking to me, and well,
well, I mean, not the busybodies, but I do
but
like
those are being presented to you for a reason too.
listen. I've been in my apartment for almost 3 years, two and a half, whatever. But I've been in there a long time, and this is who I am. I like to, like, when I go into Walmart or I go in the gas station, I just
You
start
talk to
talking to
people.
people.
Yep.
I just talk, and usually 99% of the time it's a good experience.
Well,
But
I'm excited for you because you have a good new adventure, and I'm glad that you are sharing it with everybody who watches your stream. And I want to say hi to Trev, but I'm going to bounce. I just came in
all
for a
right,
second.
I appreciate it. I
What
appreciate
up,
that,
Trev?
Elgo.
Sad thing is, if you lived
Hi.
close to me, I could just give you all these things because I have extras, tents, tarps.
You have extra
But
tents?
Hey,
Oh my
Trev, did
goodness.
you cut your
I have
hand or
5
do you have
tents.
a brace on your wrist or what?
Um, so I was gonna fall on my butt, I guess, and then I put my hands out and apparently fractured like a little bone that's in my hand.
He's a
So
Oh, let me see it. Let me
skateboarder.
see it. Hold it up into the camera. Let me see. Oh, damn, dude. All
it's
right, well,
all good.
heal
It
fast,
looks it
okay?
looks a lot. Yeah, it looks a lot worse than it is.
The worst part
I
is
have
the thing that you can't scratch.
Heal
I
fast,
haven't had
Trev.
a
Oh, I'm fine. People kept talking about itching. It's not a problem.
I haven't had a cast on my wrist since I was like 13 years old. I broke my wrist, or fractured it, I should say. I was playing football and I went up
Mm.
for a catch. And when I came down, I came down on my one hand, and it
Yeah.
That's what Trev did. Put his hand out when he fell.
yeah.
Yeah.
Heal
It was
fast,
better
okay?
than what would have happened. Definitely, bro.
All
Definitely.
right, Cammy, take care of yourself.
Now,
Patrick,
have a good night, Elgo.
Patrick from the road. We'll see you next time.
Thanks,
Let's
Elgo,
go,
for
bro.
stopping in.
Later, bud.
Later. God bless.
Oh,
So Trev, how you doing?
Uh, I'm here. I'm here.
Yeah. Do you wanna you don't have to, but you're more do you wanna talk about what you're explaining earlier? Do you want to get into that, or do maybe
That was kind
maybe
of
the
weird.
chat
So
maybe
I
the
left
chat
my
can give
phone.
you some feedback.
Let me look at the chat while I say this. But I left my phone in the car probably what 3 days ago or whatever, and it's because I was kind of doing something and I was distracted by whatever was going on and didn't want to go back downstairs after I was doing some chores and stuff. So I ended up getting into some crazy argument over here and just like all types of stuff. And I started thinking and I got sad or whatever. I just didn't want to go back outside to get the phone. So I left the phone in the car for like 3 days. But anyway, like today I went to go to Costco and thanks, Skyness. I'm good, I guess. I went to Costco and then I looked at the phone for the first time, right? So I knew that my friend, she moved out to South Carolina the other like almost a year ago. It's been like 8 months or so, and she moved with this guy, and they met over here, and they were actually, I thought they were gonna be together for a while and things were working out or whatever, but essentially she was finding out recently that he's been cheating like the whole time. And he's actually like wanting to keep that going, she could tell, and with people that he's working with, and she has this car in her name or whatever, and they kind of share it every once in a while. He's doing things like taking the car out with other girls and doing stuff with her. And anyway, he's still trying to have relations with her, if you know what I mean. And she found this out and she's just over with the whole situation because he keeps lying about it, and so she's trying to leave. But yeah, he's it's like an abusive situation because he's gotten uh to the point a lot of the times, it happened probably 3 times or so, where he's put hands on her, that she told me about. And I'm actually just like, I don't know. I'm tripped out about that. It's one of my best friends from high school, and she's always been there. So like, if I hear that somebody's doing something like to her like that, I'm obviously not okay with it. But then, he's still trying to have relations. She's just like, yo, no, and he's feeling some type of way about it, and it just seems like it's getting into some real crazy stuff. And she's basically about to go, without telling him, taking her stuff and moving. And yeah, like I don't know how he's gonna take that or whatever, but she's there by herself, and she ends up like, so when I look at the phone, she ends up texting me, uh, a bunch of times, and one of them was just like, are you okay? Because I guess I didn't answer the phone for like 3 days. And then when I was talking to her, she was just like, yeah, I'm gonna be leaving Sunday, but I gotta go to work on that day, and my mom's coming up from like 2 hours away because they both moved to South Carolina, and asked me if I can go over there to help move her stuff. Um, but my biggest thing is that she's gonna be out there kind of like in the same area and by herself, right? Like, so
Hmm.
if this guy is all crazy or whatever, wants to get aggravated again or whatever makes him lash out, if she's there by herself, I feel some type of way about that. So I'm actually thinking about going over there just so she's not gonna be by herself or whatever. um but that's not the biggest thing. There's obviously a whole bunch of other stuff like family and stuff like that, um with me, but that's one of the bigger things. Like, I turned my phone on and basically had her like blowing up my phone and shit, and I was just like, oh, what's going on? And she's like crying and stuff, like pretty crazy stuff. And I just don't know what to do, but uh it's always like that. That's kind of what I was texting Pat just now, because he actually asked me like, is everything okay? Because I guess I wasn't responding either, um earlier. But yeah, that's kind of it, really. Just a whole bunch of
Yeah.
stuff I've been trying not to stress out, but I'm stressing out.
Both you and Sharky were not responding. By the way, hello Sharky and hello somebody else jumped in. Singeman. Welcome. But yeah, I texted you way earlier and no answer, and then I also text Sharky because I haven't heard from him in a while and nobody's answering me, so I'm like, well, either it's my phone or nobody wants to talk to me.
Nah, I was just stressing and like wasn't really using the phone for that. So I mean, I seen it. I apologize. That was
No,
cool.
that's all.
Yeah, I just
That's
got the
fine.
phone
I
back
mean,
today.
I don't answer people back right away either. Sometimes you've waited days for a response sometimes, so
Which is cool.
that's
You know, I'm not really pressing for any kind of information that's important or anything. So it's not
no.
an
If I'm
issue.
contacting you, it's a fucking emergency. I can't wait around for a text back. You gotta text me, bam, right away.
Note
Um,
taken.
I'm joking.
Well, I mean, I would like people to know that also. Like, if I am kind of texting them, there's a reason.
Yeah, right, exactly. Yeah. No, I get that. But
Or calling,
I you know,
especially if I call.
one thing I've noticed since I've been out and about is my depression has gone pretty much away. I mean, I haven't been, maybe there just hasn't been time to be depressed. But
You're getting your
I
daily
really,
quota of sunlight.
Oh
well,
yeah,
fuck. Yeah.
at work.
I do, like I said, I do a lot of walking. That's all I do all day long is walk. Besides the little bit that drive. I did go to Point today, which is a good drive. But normally I'm not driving long distances. It there I don't know, I haven't called this one campground yet, but I found out about a couple campgrounds. It's about 20 minutes or so from here, 20-30 minutes. And I'm going to get a hold of them tomorrow and find out what their prices are. Um,
Don't tell
actually,
them that you're doing anything other than camping, and then find out a weekly rate. See if they have one.
yeah, I've been doing that.
As if they think
You
you're
know, they don't,
going to
the
set
ones
up
I
shop,
have,
they might charge more or just deny it.
right. And the ones that I have contacted and asked about weekly or monthly rates, I've been asking monthly, or weekly, but they don't really sway much from the nightly. I mean, all they do is just times it by 7 and maybe knock $10 or $15 off.
Mm.
What? What did you say?
Oh, my roommate
Oh,
was saying hi to my neighbor who has a new dog named Coda, who's 10 months old and
Okay.
very cute.
see, I plugged the phone in off this battery thing, and the battery's still going down.
Yeah, you got a hooped up charger.
I got a what?
Hooped up charger. You got to get a new phone because your USB port is all messed up and coming off of your phone. So it's not charging.
Yeah. So I don't want to waste this battery or this battery thing. I don't know if it's even worth keeping it plugged in. I mean, it's not going down as fast. That's only a good part.
Yeah.
Depends on what you want to do. It's been an interesting week for just about everybody.
You know how
I know.
long it took me to charge that damn battery pack? 12 hours. And I did it at 2-hour intervals. I'm like, holy crap. I hope it doesn't take 12 hours every time I charge this battery pack. If you feel
Auto
strongly that
Shack.
you what Auto Shack?
Yeah, I just read Sharks.
If
I don't know. That wasn't funny, but
get a book
it's like
on
Radio
your
Shack audio
car, a little
article.
Auto Shack. Yeah, it's not that easy. It's easier to just look up the problem online instead of getting the damn book. Can't find the book anywhere. I suppose I could find it probably on eBay. They probably might have one. I doubt it.
They didn't have the manual didn't come with it.
No.
Oh man. Oh, that happens, I guess.
If you feel strongly that you need to be there with her, then maybe it's your intuition, but
Yeah.
you're not obligated to save everyone.
Yeah, I definitely feel that. I read that earlier. I know. It's just weird to me, bro, because I was talking to this guy, like we kind of kicked it for a second, and I almost felt like, things would be okay. But knowing this right now, I
Even
don't
in the
know about that
80s, I
guy.
never heard of Auto Shack, Sharky. Are you thinking of Radio
Auto
Shack?
Shack. It's Radio Shack mixed with AutoZone. Auto Auto Shack. So we
Gotta love you. Gotta love Sharky.
absolutely. He said nope.
Nope, Auto Shack it is.
You
Yeah,
never
it is.
know.
It's also Arkansas too. Arkansas has probably got the
Imagine.
Auto Shacks. Auto
Never heard
Shack.
of it, but I
That's
wouldn't be
funny.
surprised.
Yeah, I never heard
Yeah,
of it
The
French
only
either.
fries.
shack I've heard of is Radio
Maybe,
Shack and Sugar Shack and the Lover
maybe
Shack.
Interesting.
Sugar Shack. Yeah, maybe
Yeah,
Auto Shack.
Baker for maple sugar.
Maybe they only have Auto Shacks in West Virginia, or I mean in Arkansas. Knock on the
Auto
wood.
Shack.
I've never had a had a what cast. Oh, have a cast.
I've never had a
I've
cat.
had I've had a lot of them. I've broken a lot of bones,
I've never
but
broken a bone
Whoa.
that needed a cast.
they've all been broken before I was 20.
My sister broke both her arms at once.
That's not good.
Mm.
No, when she was like, I think 11 or 12 at the
How do you
time.
wipe
So
your butt? Well, how do you wipe
you
your
have to
butt
get
with?
somebody else to for like 6 to 8 weeks.
No way, no
Yeah,
way. I would
she was
not.
trapped with her arms above her head for 6 to 8 weeks.
I had a hard time after back surgery having some nurse come in and wipe me one time, and I just couldn't do it again. No way.
She was sent
It
home, so
was,
it had to be mom.
yeah, if you have a mother. I didn't have a mother. I had 5 stepmoms, though.
Well, then it would have
Does,
been your
does
5
that count as
stepmoms.
one mother? 5
Each one of them
stepmoms
could have
count as
counted
one
as a mother
mother.
if they actually did their job
We're there.
appropriately, but it depends on the stepmother.
Yeah.
If they were evil stepmothers, then no.
4 out of 5 were evil, and one was just plain beautiful.
Well, then the
No,
one was a mom and the others weren't.
it's kind of
Right.
funny. One of my stepmoms, the one stepmom of mine, I had a crush on before my dad ever met her, because she was my best friend's sister, and when my dad married her, she was 19 or 20 at the time.
Wasn't you?
What? I didn't hear what you guys are talking about.
My roommate had a question for you. He wanted to know if you acted on it.
Oh, no.
No,
I was only 13.
he was 13. That wouldn't make a difference for my roommate.
Right.
Hey, what did he say? Every time he goes to talk, you cough, Cammy. I can't hear him.
He's a good man.
It's just for bedtime.
He's deaf, so you should
Land
be
of
happy
cooking
he heard any
measurements
of that.
called smidgen.
No,
A
but
bunch.
I did
A
my
pinch.
my dad got a babysitter for my brother and sister, and I was 13 and I was over at a friend's house. I came home early and the babysitter asked me if she wanted me to go get a 12 pack of beer. And I said, "Sure." So she went and got a 12 pack of beer and came back and we were drinking it. And then she asked me if I wanted a back rub. And I said, "Sure."
I'm listening
And
to all
then
these red flags go off, and he's just
the,
sure.
Sure.
the next thing you know, we're up in the bed, up in the bedroom. It was my first time, and she actually asked me. She said, she goes, "Are you nervous?" And I said, "Yes."
Sure.
And she goes, "It's okay. You don't need to be nervous."
Oh, Patrick was groomed and doesn't even.
Right. No, like the cast though, like I had one time broken my arm, I guess, so I did have a cast, and I think it was the same arm too. It was just a long time ago. Random.
Yeah.
Yo, but this is funny. Yup, land of cooking measurements called a smidgen, a bunch, a pinch, and a just feel it.
Hmm. I broke my wrist playing football, my ankle playing hockey, my elbow or my elbow right in here, the growth my I fell out of a tree and I broke it right on the growth bone. They were so afraid, the doctors thought that my arm would never grow after that. Thank God, because my arm would be up to here now. It would be way back here if it never grew. I'd have this like arm, one of these little jobbers, but thank God my arm grew. Um, and I let's see, what else did I break? I broke my nose 2 times in fights. Heh,
Probably broke my nose
uh,
once.
I think that's about it.
Arthritis
I
is
sp-
going to be fun for you.
I know, right? Yo, I've gotten broken bones, but I only had like one cast ever before this.
yeah, yeah. When I broke my elbow, I was in a cast for 6 or so months. That was a bitch. And then when I broke my wrist, I a- I think I was supposed to have it on for 8 weeks or 12 weeks. I don't remember. But I got so sick of having it on, I cut it off myself with a hacksaw.
I was really about to do
Talk
that.
about dangerous.
Just
Uh,
take note of where you remember each of your injuries so that later on, when you get arthritis aches and it starts throbbing, you remember.
I never broke my knees or anything like that, and them are the worst. I have such
But
bad
there are
pain in my
injuries you
knee.
can do to your knees without breaking your knees. There's
Yeah,
tendons
I
in
think that's a
there.
soft
Can you
tissue.
break a knee? Can you break a knee? I don't
Yes.
know if that's
You
even
could break the
possible.
You can
patella.
break a knee. Yes.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
it's a patella. It's a little
One
cat.
of my exes has a glass knee
Oh goodness,
Oh,
that sounds
really?
interesting.
because he had it
Yeah.
broken when he was very little, and he
What kind
was
of glass?
50s then. So the same stuff that you would put in like ovens and stuff, the tempered glass, but
Oh
they
my
just
goodness,
made it smooth and the shape of his kneecap, and his kneecap is glass. I'm like,
that's crazy.
Mm.
so if you get hit by a car, you're gonna have shards of glass throughout your body. That does not sound like a good idea to me.
Oh yeah, look, Sharky said Patty in your car. If so, be mindful your battery with lights on. Lights will come on long after trying to start your car
Yeah,
back on.
What?
don't drain your battery, in other words.
Essentially,
Yeah.
yeah,
If I
dude,
start my
that's not
car
fun.
every so often, which I do to make sure the battery keeps
Yeah.
charged, but yeah. Thanks, Sharky. Yeah,
yeah, your
I
Can I
knee.
suggest when you get a little bit of money, going to a dollar store, buying yourself some
Honestly.
portable battery powered lights so that you don't have to drain your car battery.
Yeah, right. I got candles for that, but like I wouldn't do that in the car. But
Well, you can,
there's
but I would only recommend one candle and for heating more
yeah,
than one. And then you have to
exactly.
vent and crack your window.
Yeah,
bought
yep.
a light bulb. I bought one of them battery light bulbs for the
You
house when
bought one. You're
electricity
going to
went
need
out.
probably 3 or
Get a
4 for
bunch of
your
them.
vehicle.
Yeah,
Yeah.
And light
I'm
it up.
trying to remember where I put that one.
Uh,
I think it's in the trunk.
I only
Yeah.
have like flashlights,
Do you have a post office box still?
PO
No,
box.
I need listen, I've been busy with all kinds of other stuff. I have it on the list to do tomorrow. Go to the post office
So it's good.
and there was something else I needed to do and I forgot. I'll remember, but yeah, post office is on the list for tomorrow.
You're going to need one of those.
Today I had to run the point to take my Wi-Fi boxes back to, and them guys were so rude. Man, were they rude.
Yeah, you're going to stop
Um,
giving them money. Of course, they're rude. You're not their customer anymore.
yeah, he says to me, and why are you quitting our service or something like that? And I said, because I'm moving. And he goes, where? And
Right.
I said, what did I say? I said, I don't know. I don't know. And I don't know yet or something like that. I said, and he looked at me and he says, oh, all right. Like he rolled his eyes, like I'm trying to hold information from you. And I said, well, if you really want to know, I'm fucking homeless. All right. I don't need your fucking Wi-Fi anymore. And
Yeah,
I didn't say that, but um, they were just rude from the get go. From the time I went in there, there's this little. I didn't know. I'd never been in there before, and he. I said, where do I go to drop these off? And he goes, well, you need to first sign in. And I'm like, okay. So I thought it was just a sign in. No, they ask you a fucking 3 minutes worth of questions. So I did all that. And then after I did that, I went to the same guy that met me at the door and I said, "Okay, where do I go to drop these off?" And he goes, "I'm with somebody right now." Excuse me. I didn't know.
rest well, Sharky. Rest well.
And he goes, when I'm done with him, I'll get to you. And I said, "All right." So when he
Yeah.
got done with him, then that's when he uh said over here, and I'm the only guy in the store, right? Besides that dude he was helping. And so I'm standing there and he gets done with him, and of course he doesn't, I don't know, he dicks around for a little bit. And then he comes over by the computer, where the cash register computer, whatever you want to call it. He stands over there and he's like, "All right, you're next." And I'm looking around and I'm like, "Oh, you must be talking to me." Okay. No, they're just really rude.
So Keith
Hey,
just jumped
Keith.
in saying morning. Sharky's going to sleep.
Night, Sharky.
What's up,
My
Keith?
Wi-Fi sounded to me like my wife.
Wife.
I
Yeah.
had to trade my wife in. I had to take my wife back.
You can imagine
she
how I felt waiting
she
3
wanted
hours
too
on the
much money.
phone with them to try and get my cable canceled.
3 hours.
3 hours. They kept trying to convince me I just want it suspended because I might want it back.
I one thing that I have thought about since I've been, having plenty of time to think out here and about, is I really wish I had a female partner to do this with. You know, it would be nice to have somebody to talk to. You know?
Right? Like we had oh my goodness, why is his name escaping? Somebody help me.
I don't know what you're talking about. Otherwise, I would.
We
Yeah, I
used
was
to
going
know.
to say I'm
I'll
lost.
remember.
Because
Yeah, I'll remember.
you didn't
All
give enough information for us to know anything.
right. Crystal was his wife. He was in his car.
Oh, Rick?
Yes. Thank you.
Oh, you're talking about Rick Swain.
Sort of like the Swain. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know where he's been lately.
I mean, things
He
got to
hasn't
be
been.
tough or something.
Yeah, and then he ended up losing his car, and I don't know what was he doing after that. I don't know where.
Dude, I think you said shelter, bro.
Yeah, uh,
I don't remember.
yeah, I don't
Man,
either. I thought his wife was. Oh no, he's tenting it. He's got a tent,
Fenton.
and they're on like I don't know some street or something. I guess both
Mm.
him and
The
his
last
wife.
place I would put a tent is out on the street somewhere where everybody's going to be able to know where you are.
Well, you
Right.
would no, I wouldn't either. I would just go and plant a tent in the woods somewhere before I did it on a street.
Mhm. Luckily, I don't have to go
Yeah.
too far before that I can get to a place like that, but I'd have to make many, many, many trips.
You know, when I was driving a point and back, and I literally yelled to myself and said, "Look at all this land, and
Yeah.
it's just going to frickin' waste. Nobody can do jack shit on it." You know, it just pisses me off.
Let's see here,
That's
there's
funny.
forests all around me. I don't know where
Yeah.
you're situated, what it looks like, really, so I don't know how far you have to go to get to a thick forest, but
Oh, he's got thick forest. You should, that was
Yeah.
my exact comment when I was on the road, like whenever I was on the road. It was just like, look at all this land, bro. You leave
I
the city,
know.
bro. Crazy.
And you can't really call my town a city. It's just a fucking small ass town, and all
Yeah.
around it is land and woods for
Yep.
miles. You know, for
I thought it
20
was cool.
minutes until you get to the next town, and then you
I
got
thought it was
20
cool.
minutes to an hour to the
find a
next
place
town.
near the river in the
Facts.
bush that's not on a fancy swimming hole place so that
Hmm.
people won't bug you. And then just
Well,
don't be dumb and run a campfire at your campsite because that'll drag people to your campsite. If you're going to cook somewhere else.
well, I mean,
Preferably at the beach so nobody gives you shit for cooking.
Well, I mean, I don't have to start a campfire to cook because they got butane stoves, that you can buy,
Right, but you're still going
and
to send
do.
out smells and
Yeah.
whatnot to drag people to your campsite. You don't want people knowing where you are. You're going to want to make stealth camping. That's where you get a camouflage tarp so that you blend into the woods and nobody can really see where you're camped at, even
And
if
what
they
about
get
my
close.
car? Where am I supposed to put the car? Where
Well, if you're in
nobody's
the
gonna see
woods,
it.
your car is
You
parked
can't.
somewhere closest
Yeah,
to
you're
where
gonna go
you're hiked in and out. You're not,
Well, why camouflage
hiking.
the damn tent if you're not camouflaging your car,
because your car is not going
right?
to be right at your tent.
Hmm.
You're
Yeah,
not at a
Take the
yeah,
hike
campsite.
over to the spot.
That's the
yeah.
whole
Okay,
point. Is you're
so
off
park
the
somewhere and
road,
hike 10 miles into the woods.
not
Wait,
10
wait.
miles.
I know
It's
what you
somewhere
mean.
where
I
you.
know, I
10
know what you're
miles.
saying.
10
God, I want you
miles,
to
dude.
become a
That's
mountain
like,
climber and a bushman all in one overnight. No, just out of sight. and off grid so that you're not on anybody's property. You're near a water source because you are going to want
Well,
access to
listen,
fresh
if it
water
was
at
that
one time
fucking
or another.
easy, I'd be doing it right now. The problem is I don't know what's private property and what's not. You know, how the hell do you tell?
Well, usually you drive way the fuck out of town.
If I
And
get caught on somebody's property, they're gonna shoot my ass before they even ask any questions.
Mhm.
most people that have property fence it off. Don't hop any fences.
I'm
Right.
a little too old to be hopping fences.
And look for markers, property markers.
What does a property marker look like?
Usually colored stick hanging out of the ground.
Yeah, dude.
You mean with orange on the top or something?
Yeah, they can be orange, any bright color,
depends.
really.
Yeah,
But they'll always have,
I've seen them.
and you'll tell it's a man-made stick pounded into the ground. And when you find one, you usually walk around until you can see where the next property marker is, and then you can see where the line's going. But I usually follow the rivers because you're going to be able to tell what's usable land and what they've left behind because it's not so friendly. And that's usually where you end up going because they're not going to be there because it's not so friendly. That also makes you kind of safe because it's not so friendly. Now, I don't know your rivers there. I know there's tons of spots along our rivers here. That's just the one on the island here. Never mind all the mainland rivers.
Yo, like I mean,
But river gets you
I've
fresh
seen
water
some property out there.
regardless of where you're at, because in a pinch, you can take river water and you get 2 metal pots. And now this you'd go to a secondhand store for. You just buy a big pot with a lid and a little pot that fits in your big pot. And then you boil the water with the lid inverted so that all the steam collects on the lid and drains into the little pot. And then the water that has come from the steam into the little pot is actually clean, usable drinking water, even if you're using icky water, because you're not going to drink out of the icky water that you boiled in the big pot. That's the reason why you've done this whole thing, is to
No, I just use
get a
my
clean
life straw.
system. Life
Oh,
straw
you got that?
is
Mhm.
You
good,
can
but
use that
only
after
for
you
so
boil it.
long.
I got one a couple years ago.
Yeah, it's only good for so long.
Yeah, it's got an expiration date on it.
It does,
It's
and
still
I would be
it's
very
still good.
concerned with it being able to filter out some of the stuff that they're mixing and sticking into all of the waterways down there. Which is why I just go with the system that I use, because it's the same system Mother Nature uses to make clean water. And that's to turn it to steam, because the only part that evaporates and goes into the air is the water molecules. All of the crap sticks to the pot. And so that way you collect only pure drinking water. And then it's healthy for you. I'd suggest letting it cool if you're going to try drinking it, unless you're making it to coffee or tea or soup. But it's way easier than dealing with having to worry about carrying water or obtaining a water source. Basic
I usually just
installation.
grab a bunch of water from the gas station.
Like
Yes,
that,
but
or
then
like
you're
the Dollar General or some shit.
You know, I mean,
What you do
fluoridated full of
like
you just
plastic
filter it
water.
out.
fill up a big canister of water, like a 2 gallon or 5 gallon. I mean, like a 5 gallon canister that they
Pretty
sell
soon
these
it's going to
canisters.
cost a lot of money to do that.
Why? How? What do you mean it's going to cost a
They've
lot
been
of
going
money?
after the water for a while now. They took away water as a human right not too long ago.
Yeah, man. What kind of stuff is that? It's gonna
What?
get dark
They
in here.
did what?
It's dark.
They took away water as a human right.
Essentially, like clean
It's a
drinking water.
privilege
That's why
now.
it's all tainted.
They changed the laws. Nestle lobbied to change the laws so that water is not a human right.
Whatever.
And that
For real,
got
that's definitely a
passed.
whatever.
While
That's
COVID was
crazy.
going on, nobody paid attention.
Bro, people don't pay attention to a lot of stuff. It trips me out.
It's annoying. Everything that's happening in this world right now is annoying, but I think it all has to come out because for it to all get fixed, it has to be revealed. So it's all being revealed now, and yay, the fun part of having it torn down and fixed, which is always fun because that's where it gets worse before it gets better because there will be chaos. And then hopefully better.
Yeah.
Depending on who's
Well, I
actually
mean,
doing it.
yeah, I mean, you basically, the water that comes out of your tap, you gotta boil that shit anyways, right?
For the
So
most
you
part,
know,
yes. If I lived
it
in the
don't
United
matter.
States, I would.
Mm-hmm.
Where I live, I don't have to so much, but that's because we test as some of the world's best, clearest drinking water right from the tap.
Bro,
Absolutely everybody
Keith,
who comes here is excited about our water, and it's something we take for granted.
yeah, I want to check it out if that's the case. I like water. Keith was saying that he's been homeless, living under a bridge. Old, keep moving. But then he just said Nestle are evil, right? So, what was that? There's a brand of like nutritional supplements, right? It's called, I think, Garden of Life or something. Wait, what is something? But it was taken. They bought Nestle bought that. I forgot which one it was called, which is kind of interesting because then it made me question that whole line because they used to be a good line of like dietary supplements.
Well, that's why they bought it out.
It's
They're
crazy.
trying to
You know,
attach this to the name.
when I was looking at the camping stuff in Flea Farm, I seen that they're selling some sort of pills or not pills, but some sort
Those
of
tablets.
tablets that you
Yeah.
can drop in the water and
Add chemicals. That sounds smart.
what? I
Add
don't know.
chemicals.
I'm
That
just
sounds
telling
smart.
you. I'm just
Yeah, I
telling
know
you
about
what I've
that stuff.
seen. So
Yeah.
so obviously that's not going to work, huh?
Well,
No, it
I'm sure
works
it makes it
for
technically safe to drink, but I wouldn't
yeah.
suggest that in 30 years they'll find out that it has a side effect or two.
Mm-hmm.
Well, what
So
doesn't?
Distilling your water, which is how I told
reverse
you to do
osmosis.
it.
Yeah, how long does that take to do in a campfire?
As
I
long
thought
as
you
it
said
Takes
takes
a
to
while.
boil
don't start
water
a
and let it
fire. How am I supposed to do that if I'm not supposed to start a
at
fire?
the campsite. You can
Don't
start
start
a
a fire
fire
at
on
the
the
campsite.
beach right next to the river in the
Oh
sand where
my
it's safe
god.
so that you have access to water so everybody won't give you flack for having a little fire.
Mm-hmm.
And it's technically cooking at that point when they see a pot on the fire. It's considered a cooking fire here. Those are protected unless it's a fire ban, on which then, yeah, you're going to have to probably find a way of hooking up something and sitting in a parking lot with your propane barbecue stove boiling water to do it.
Right.
Yeah.
But as long as it takes to boil water, pretty much, because you're just boiling it so that it turns to steam. Doesn't take
Hey,
an awful lot to do that as long as you don't put a whole bunch of
if
time
people
in.
can frickin' tailgate at a football game and get grills
Right.
going, why can't I do a grill right here in the Walmart parking lot?
Because you're not at a stadium
Right.
football game. You just have to go figure out where the football game is being played and you can cook there. Follow around the high
Yeah.
school football team and
I
tailgate them.
know.
Oh,
I'm
right.
just
Yeah.
putting it out there.
So Skyness just said Johnson & Johnson has asbestos and baby powder that causes cancer. They knew about it. Everything is so evil. What?
Mhm.
Yeah, I heard about
I
that a
didn't
while
know
ago.
that. That sucks.
The bear product had like tainted bear
Shit,
aspirin
Alex
for a
Jones been
while.
talking
Yeah.
about
When they
that
got
for
caught
years.
about it, they stopped selling it in the US, but then shipped it to another country and sold it to their sick kids. And it gave them
Mhm.
AIDS or something like that because it was tainted with HIV or something weird like that.
What was?
Um, I can't remember. It was like what the bear aspirin or something bear. Anyway, they got taken to court, and all of these
Yeah.
things. All of the companies have something on them at one point in time or another, and it's
Yeah.
usually because somebody made them put something in their product that you want it on the market. You have to add this, and
Right?
yeah,
It's
it's
crazy, man.
evil people have been running the world for way too long, but they're all being exposed right now, which is what this
Yep.
is all about. And we just
Right?
why it's going to get
Yo.
worse before it gets better,
The
because
end is coming.
when you're remodeling your kitchen, when you tear it apart, it does not look better, it looks worse, but it's going to get
Mhm.
better. That's
Yeah.
the same with the world. When we tear it apart because it's broken, it's going to get worse because we have to tear it all apart, but it's so we can reorganize it and put it back together better. And let's hope we can do that.
Mhm.
If
Well, that
we're
won't
working in-
happen under these.
well, no, but I
fuckers.
said we're going to have to do it, which means they're going to have to
Yeah.
lose their power. But it's when everybody gets enough drive to be filled with the right spirit, let's say the
Mhm.
Holy Spirit, because that's what I believe it is when you're in the right spirit, and
Mhm.
actually gets together to get the right shit done, which a lot of that is actually happening, and it's not being televised like it should. But stuff is being exposed, and we're getting all this information coming to light, so it's happening.
Mhm. So like
But we just have to wait for the
Keith-
teardown so that we can remodel and make it better again. And if the right people are
Right.
doing it and this is for real, then it's going to work out right. But if this is the false one tearing it apart and rebuilding it, then it's going to go for shit. So it just
You know,
depends
the
on which
thing-
one's doing it.
The thing that makes me really mad here is that these kids who are driving age now, they run
Mhm.
through this parking lot like it's a fucking racetrack, and then they
Yeah, I
pull
noticed
up
that.
and then they pull up next to each other, like,
Yep.
pull up right next to each other and sit there for hours and talk. It's like,
Mhm.
don't you guys have anything better to do than sit in a fucking Walmart parking lot talking?
No, because there's no
Nope.
racetrack for them to be at, and they're using that as their little.
Chill
There's a
spot.
skate park right down the road.
Oh, I'm
Go to the
definitely
damn
going to that.
skate park. Did you
They wanna
see that
drive
when
the
you were
car.
here?
I saw
Trev?
one. We went past one. I remember. Yeah, I wanted to skate, but yeah.
The skate park is
Yeah.
for skating, not for driving your cars. These kids want to drive for
No,
themselves.
no. Yeah,
Pretend
no,
like they're
no.
in like the movies because they idolize all those speed movies. And
Yeah, I mean
we watch
they
too many
booked
Gran
past
Turismo and Need for Speed.
they
Yeah, they do
booked
go
past
back.
my fucking car, like, I mean, like, holy shit. I'm like,
Have you watched
holy
those
fuck,
movies?
go any
They're
faster,
acting
dude.
like the
Yeah,
characters.
just be careful.
Yeah.
Keith was saying Cammy is so on the mark. Notice why I don't really like cut her off at all when she's talking. I mean, she definitely has a bunch
I
bunch
cut
of
her off
great.
all the time.
I
I
can't
people
because it's
watch.
just like I want to hear what she's saying. For real. But
I
yeah,
people-
like all this stuff is definitely
I
evil.
haven't had TV in 10 years, so I spend a lot of time out of my TV watching old people.
So we got a new
Yeah, I don't watch
person.
TV either.
Welcome, targeted enforcement.
Targeted and forced.
Evil is vile. Yes.
Right.
And
I
they
wonder who
make
that is.
the jabberoo.
I'm waiting to see what's going on with this coronation because I've heard some views on what's come out of this person's mouth before he was crowned. And now he's going to be given some power, and I want to see what he does with it. Because
Wait, you
I'm
said you're waiting for
terrified
what?
he's a WEF
Uh,
supporter.
She's waiting for the Prince Charles to be coronated.
He's a
or
WEF
whatever it's
supporter
called.
and big into climate change and all sorts of.
Well, yeah, we know he's not good. That's for sure.
And so this is going to
And then there was some attempt on Putin's life, I guess.
be.
I
Well,
heard
rightly
him
so, 'cause he
talking
wasn't in
about
the
it on.
building, and they've been keeping track on him for so long. They knew he wasn't in the building, so why would they attempt his life when he wasn't in the building?
No, I don't know, but that's what I heard on the radio, and they were talking about it, and the radio announcer said that Putin is famous for false flags, so he probably set it up to make it look like there was a attempt on his life, which he may
Really?
be right, but
Yeah.
it's
I will be
kind of funny
granted
to
he is
hear.
known for false flags, but so
See,
has
she
every
cuts me
leader
off
who
all the
ever.
time too, so that's
Sorry.
why
For
we
real.
kind of just cut each other off all the time. But yeah,
They all do. It's how you do wars.
I was surprised to hear a regular radio announcer talk about false flags for one thing. I mean, you don't hear
Well,
that
they're
in
willing to
the.
announce it when it's other countries.
Mm, mm, mm-hmm.
That sounds crazy. I don't know.
But
The
yeah, that's a
Sausage
normal
King.
war tactic. I mean, you guys
What?
blamed the Maine on Spain to start a war.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody
I was
does.
just
it.
Well,
reading
the
the
United
comments.
States will do anything to start a war. I mean, they have in the
Yeah.
past. Look
All
at the Gulf of
countries at war do it.
the Vietnam, the Gulf of
Kind of like
Tonga.
slavery. At one point,
or
it was the norm, and everybody's wigging out about it now. But slavery was like
George
the norm
Bush.
for so many years in human
Ge-
history that, like, why all of a sudden now is it like? Don't get me wrong, we shouldn't have slaves, but why are they acting now
Mhm.
like if, oh my God, surprise, it was slavery? Like, I'm like, everybody in every race was enslaved at one point or another by somebody else because that's what you did. You warred with your neighboring cities and towns and you took slaves and it's what everybody did for forever. That's why it's listed in the Bible and they have rules about it because it's been the norm since even back then.
Yeah, it is
And
in the
back
Bible.
then, your slave looked like you because they were your neighbors.
Mhm. You took slaves.
Like I'm like, I get it, slavery's bad, but if we're gonna start handing out reparations, everybody
Right.
owes everybody. Because everybody can trace their
Yeah,
ancestors
I
back to
don't even
slaves
get into
somewhere.
all that bullshit. They're not going to pay it
Right.
out
Bullshit.
anyways.
There's
Why
so
talk
much to
about
it.
it?
It's just pointing out how stupid and backwards everything's gotten. Is
Yep.
if
Yeah,
that
this is
how
a
we're
upside
judging the
down
bargain,
world.
everybody owes everybody. It's just
Mhm.
like if everybody wants to cash in all of the money, every country owes every other country, everybody's bankrupt.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's
Exactly.
I say the whole world
pouring
goes
rocks in
to
a glass house
bartering.
pretty much at this point.
The whole world should go to bartering.
But like that brings up an awesome point though, like we're talking about water and stuff like that. And I always keep saying the same thing. Like, if somebody has whatever they have and they know that they have a friend that's in need or whatever of something they have, that they give it to them. And I just feel like if we all just do that, there would be no need type thing. So barter, yeah, but at the same time, helping your brother and stuff like that, like we could make such a big difference or whatever instead of just always looking
Oh,
out for
yeah. Right.
mine and my own and stuff.
Right. But
Like,
it's still called bartering if you're
right,
trading your services.
exactly. Barter is always going to be a good thing. And we still do it. It's just different.
They're just trying to outlaw it now.
Oh, goodness. Man, we got to read into these laws
Well,
because
all the stupid
we don't.
things. Like, there's so many stupid rules, like not feeding the homeless in groups.
Well, yeah, they do that because they love to see people in pain.
And they'll arrest you if you cause a group disturbance. And people around here have taken to driving around in their vehicles and just stopping and handing them food and then continuing to drive and then stopping and handing them food because then at least you're not gathering them in groups.
Oh,
And so
yeah. I've
skirt
seen that.
around it. But they've tried on numerous occasions if I'm walking home to try and give me one. And I'm like, no, I'm good. I'm good. And like, no, we have extras. I'm like, I'm good. I have a home. I'm not wandering the street.
Right.
Don't give me
Nah, I
food.
remember.
I have a house full of food. I do not need food.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
The only time I ever saw that, my bro, he was like, before he passed away, he was on the street, like hustling every day or whatever. But people knew him and stuff. They would come around, and there would be those people that who had like food, whatever going on, and big old cases of just like pre-prepared like meals and stuff. They even came up to me and was trying to give me stuff. I'm like, no, I'm cool, like I'm just out here with my homie. That was great. I took some of it though, don't get me wrong. For real.
Oh,
Word. Drinks and everything they had, like it's not like the best stuff, but it was all right. For real, they would give me like $5 and stuff too, just standing there. $10, all types of things.
you can see the real divide in people over it. I get to see both ends, the ones that are mean and have rude comments to say about all the homeless people, and then the
Right.
ones that are so heartbroken about it that even the ones that are twigging out and obviously sketchier than crap, they're still helping them out and buying them some stuff.
By the way, you sound like you got a pretty cool roommate there, Cammy.
He's good when he can hear you properly, but he usually leaves his soundproof headphones on, and he's deaf. So he's
Oh goodness.
trying to read your lips, and he's not good at it. So
Oh.
we've argued numerous times because I've agreed with him, and he thinks I'm not agreeing with him. And I can't convince him once he's on a subject to give it up. So he'll spend an hour arguing with me over that and not believe that I was agreeing with him.
Yo, Pat, you're making me hungry, so I'm looking for something to munch on.
I am sadly going to have to go though, Pat, because it's like 11
Yeah, me
o'clock
too.
and I've been up since 5 o'clock and I am exhausted because I didn't sleep the night before.
No, that's fine. I've been on 2.5 hours. I gotta get going myself anyways because my battery is like really running low here.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got to get
But
that.
I appreciate
And it's 2
you
o'clock.
guys. Yeah, I do. I know I do. I need to get a different phone. But I appreciate you guys coming in and everything and coming up.
Be safe in the parking lots.
Yeah, I will.
Yeah. Word, dude.
Usually people don't
It's
really
crazy
mess
out
with
there.
me because I'm a pretty big guy. But
Yeah, but there's some weirdos out there.
yeah. I've
Yo,
run
for
into a
real.
few.
Oh my goodness. They're like
Mhm.
everywhere too. Like it's not the region, it's just like everywhere.
Well, I just think the demons have been unleashed, and so people are getting
Yes.
possessed. And I didn't even think they mean to do what
Yes.
they're doing. I just think that they're being taken over, and all of a sudden, just bang,
real.
something really evil happens,
Mhm.
and then they're screwed
Yeah.
because they're stuck taking the blame for it.
Yo, Skyness
no,
asked,
I
you
hear
might
ya.
know. You might know. Skyness just asked, what about soup kitchens? Is it against the law now? Crazy.
I don't know. I don't know. I
Well, I
suppose
think if you paid your
every state
proper,
would be different.
and if you paid your proper permits and whatnot, and got permission from the city, and rented a building, and paid enough taxes and fines and levies to the city, it's probably fine. But you can't just like pop up in a park and try to
Open up.
feed 50 homeless people because they're going to be pissed off at you.
Targeted said if it's close to Virginia, it's a crime. Wow.
People are possessed by demons. Yeah, facts, bro. Like it's crazy.
Okay, well, I'm going to get going, guys.
In England, you have to keep
All right, thanks, Cammy. God
Love
bless.
ya.
Rest well, Cammy. It's always great
Oh,
to see
I'm
you.
sure hoping so. As long as there's no more hot flashes, we'll be fine.
I hate that. I didn't think a guy ever got hot flashes, but I sure
You guys go
got
through
them.
menopause. It's just not ever talked about.
Yeah.
They never warned us about these things. But I had to start
Yeah, I
looking
never heard
things
about
up because
that.
it was getting sick. because I was starting to think I needed a doctor. And then I looked it up and they go, that's normal. And I'm like, oh, okay. Like this should have been told to me. 'Cause I seriously thought I needed a doctor. You all have fun. God bless.
Yeah, love you,
Bye.
Cammy.
You too.
Bye.
It's always a pleasure.
All right, Trev. Thanks for coming on, bud. I'll talk to you later on.
All right, yeah, man. Thanks for texting and all that. I just didn't know.
Yeah, no problem.
Rest well
Yeah,
when you get around
I'll
to it,
text
bro. If
you
you
when I
need some,
get done here.
yeah, dude. And I could always stop by, bro, if you need some help. Straight up, I'm not even lying. If I hit the road, I'll be on the road. Just
All right,
saying.
bro.
I know. Later, bruh.
All right, see ya. Peace out. And chat, thank you guys for coming in and chatting it up with us tonight. And I usually say see you guys tomorrow. I'll be on tomorrow, but I never know. I probably won't. I don't know. I'll try. But um when you see me, you'll see me. How does the Truman Show put it? Good morning, good night, good afternoon. I don't know. However that goes. Anyways, good night, everybody. I'm gonna get a bunch of people that are gonna leave comments after this video. Pat, it goes like this: good morning, and if I don't see you by tonight, whatever. I don't know, but you know what I'm talking about, right? In England, you have to keep moving to not end up in jail. Mm. Uh, if it's close to Virginia, it's a crime. People are possessed by demons. Read that. Okay, all right. Thanks everyone. All right, Skyness, Targeted, Keith, whoever else is listening. Good night, everybody. Stay vigilant. I know I will.